You can look at that one right there. Yep. Hi, everybody. Sorry for the delay. Thanks for sticking with us. Welcome to the Knockem Day Comedy Podcast here on Gov's Comedy Club Podcast, live on YouTube. That is where we're interacting with you guys right here on the YouTube channel. Please share our show all over your social media platforms and tell everybody you know about the Gov's Comedy Club Podcast, all the great shows here. Hit that thumbs up on YouTube. And if you'd like to say hello to us this morning, please do so. And we're hanging out with Sean Brown this morning. Sean, so good to see you, pal.
Thank you. A long time.
I have to apologize. First off, I'm trying to get situated here and get going. It was freaking as quiet as a library. My apologies. I'm working. And then, of course, I have all sorts of technical difficulties. The system crashed on me twice while I'm sitting here trying to get going. And poor Sean is just sitting here wondering what. Did you think he was like practical jokes or something?
Technology, man.
Technology sucks. I hate it. Craziness. All right. Let's get right into this.
Let's do it.
Where the hell you been?
I've been living life, man.
Living life.
Yeah, life's been good.
You come in, you leave, you come in, you leave. You're like, I don't know what this.
Well, COVID had a lot to do with that.
Yeah.
First time COVID happened, I hated the Zoom shows.
Yes,
I absolutely
hear you.
hate the Zoom shows. I would never do a Zoom show. It's just not my cup of tea. You know, I know a lot of people were doing them. You got to make it work, but Zoom shows I can't get with the Zoom shows. I don't need that live crowd interaction. You know, I don't think my comedy will work on a Zoom show.
I don't know if anybody's comedy works on a Zoom show. You know, it's tough.
I'm not the funniest guy in the world. You know, I need those laughs. You know?
I think you're a funny guy.
I need some feedback.
I hear you. But so, all right. But it's been. I mean, the club's been open for a year.
Yeah.
Where you been?
For a year. I've just been working, living life.
Am I allowed to ask where you're working?
Absolutely.
Oh, yeah. Where you working?
So I was working at a credit union. in downtown Manhattan, and I recently switched. I work at a fintech now.
Oh, a what? A fintech?
Fintech, yeah, financial technology company.
See all this? Yeah, see that's how bad I am with that stuff. I couldn't even get that abbreviation.
Yeah, it's like
I'm an idiot when it comes to finance.
It's the new world of finance, you know.
Oh, you're a finance guy?
Yeah, I'm a finance guy.
I had no idea. Look at you.
I've been in banking for like the last decade.
Really?
Yeah.
I had
Since
no idea.
I was 18, out of college.
Wow.
Part-time bank teller, just worked my way up the ranks.
Is that right? You started as a lowly bank teller.
Part-time bank teller.
Look at you.
Right in the East Meadow, Citibank.
But now you're in Manhattan.
Now I'm in Manhattan.
It's with all the big wigs.
Yeah. Well, right now I'm remote.
Okay.
You know, COVID, but yeah, I'm downtown Manhattan.
All right, you want to take calls? Is that all right?
Oh yeah, go
right.
for it. Somebody's calling.
I don't know. You might need those, or
okay,
you might be able to hear it.
Oh, let's do it.
Wow. Sean Brown appears, and people just want to call in. You're live on the air. Who's this?
I meant to call in earlier before I died. I love this show. I love comedy, but now I'm dead. So I just wanted to say hello, Tony. How are you?
It's a pleasure to talk to you, sir. How are things up in heaven up there? Did they welcome you with open arms?
Oh, they love me up here. They love the voice. I love all the comedy and comedians that died with me. Hey, a little boy goes up to his mother, and he asks, how are babies born? And she says a stork brings them. And the kid says, who fucks the stork?
Wow.
The guy goes into his doctor and he says, I have bad news. You have cancer and Alzheimer. And the guy says, oh, thank God I don't have cancer.
Oh, my goodness. It's weird. It's like Gilbert and Kenny have formed a duet here, you know. Like,
I can't believe you thought it was Kenny. Hey now.
Well, that was amazing. That was an amazing impression.
Well, you guys have a wonderful show as usual. I come in to disrupt, do a little 2-minute gig, and then I'm out. I'm out. Goodbye. Have fun.
All right, there you go.
All right, call number one.
That's see that's what happens here. That's the fun we have.
I see. Random calls.
Yeah, sometimes we have a weird family here at Gov's Podcast. Yeah, that's. But you knew that already. Not much has changed in that regard.
I'm not new to this. I've been here before. I've seen this place in 3 different formats.
That's right. Yeah.
Here. I love to see it. I love the new podcast studio.
Yeah, it did come out really nice. And we're And thanks for that segue, because now I'll tell everybody, if you'd like to start your own podcast, reach out to us. Look at this big, beautiful studio with these mics and lights and cameras and monitors and phone call capability, Zoom capability, graphics, all sorts of good stuff. If you'd like to start your own podcast, you want to do a podcast with us, you want to do your own thing, or you need to record any audio or video, we'll hook you up. Get in touch with us on our Facebook page, which is also called Gov's Comedy Club Podcast. YouTube and Facebook. That's the name of it. All right. So you're still working remote?
Yeah, I'm still working remote.
Nice.
From home.
Yeah. So that's how you big finance guys get to do this. You don't have to deal with the public. You could schedule appointments.
Well, I made a little transition. So I went from the banking side, then I went to corporate training. Ooh. So I'm a corporate trainer. You know?
Wow. Wow. I feel like you're like miles above me, man. Like I'm not even worthy over here. I'm just this lonely, bald old guy just sitting here running this studio out back by the dumpsters, and you're like a big finance guy.
Nobody really knows what I do, and
why is that?
My friends, I don't know. It's not important. Not important.
It's important.
Everybody else is finding a way. Got to pay the bills.
Absolutely.
Right, comedy's not paying the bills right now. Hopefully, one day it will pay the bills. But,
That's right.
It's not paying the bills.
But you're a smart one, man. You came up with a plan B, and you're making that work for you while you're doing the comedy.
Yeah, just knowing how to navigate these waters.
Well, and most people don't.
That's the thing. Yeah, a lot of people don't know how to navigate the waters. I just found my way.
Right.
Found my way and bang. Like I said, I worked my way from the bottom up. From a part-time teller. Made it to personal banker.
Counting loose change, and now you're telling people like how to get what to do with their retirement money.
Yeah, but that's my favorite part, being a teller.
That was your favorite?
My favorite position all the time.
Why?
Yeah, being a teller.
Because you got to see hot women?
I got to see hot women. I got to see a lot of different people. I like people, so just the interaction between people. I met a lot of good people. They gave me a lot of good advice on, what to do with my money. Because, when you see somebody with money, you're like, how the hell did you get that?
That's right.
And it'll be, like a plumber, a plumber, a plumber's doing better than a lot of people I know.
Absolutely.
So it's a lot of different ways to capitalize. I tell people all the time, the suit and tie don't mean nothing.
That's right.
It doesn't mean nothing.
That's the truth, man. I mean, there's so much focus on college, and I think a lot of people are focused, I don't know. I do think that there's been a wider divide between upper and middle classes.
Of course, yeah.
So everybody, of course, I mean, who wouldn't want, that level of money? But there's a lot of focus on college and hoping that you'll reach some kind of stature through college. But meanwhile, a plumber, a garbage man, absolutely. Yeah. That's fine, honest, hard work, and some of it is good money.
Of course,
benefits.
One of the wealthiest people I know, he owns a garbage business.
No kidding,
the dump trucks and the garbage canisters.
You can't say his name because he's mobbed up.
No, yeah, I can't say his name. I don't know. You're gonna come looking for me. I want to spread his business. You probably see his trucks all over the place. So
Ah, yeah.
But yeah, a lot of people like with the college degree. I think that's gonna be a thing of the past. Some careers you need it.
Yeah.
I don't want to go to the hospital. My doctor, figured it out on his own. I want him to have a college degree. But like the importance of college degrees is going away.
Yeah.
I don't have a bachelor's degree, and I still made my way through the ranks.
Nice.
I just learned everything on the job and learned my way. I mean, I went to school.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't advise people to do what I did. I'm 6 credits short of a bachelor's degree.
No kidding. 6 credits.
6 credits short. Yeah.
But this job would even cover your education. I
yeah.
guess.
So the thing is, I suck at math, and I'm a banker, but I suck at math.
So you can tell people what to do with the money, you just can't count it for them.
I could count money as the algebra. Once you start adding letters and numbers together, like find x and n plus y.
Yeah, you don't need that.
I don't need that. Yeah, I don't need that for banking. I just need a calculator and know how to count some money. So that's the class that I need is a pre-calculus class. So I'm like, I took over the business class. I'm like, fuck this. I don't need this pre-calc class. I'm not gonna use it. But
in this world of remote, that you can't find somebody to take it under your name.
I've been trying to do that, man. I've been trying to cheat the system. Yeah, but nowadays, so I should have did it 8 years ago when this technology wasn't around where they know who's taking it. You got to have a camera on. Before online classes were just they don't know who the fuck is doing it. But
in this day of remote, so all right, so you still have to show your face on the camera. but you could have like another computer, behind the screen, and you could be typing in the answers or texting somebody to find out what's going on.
There's definitely ways to finesse it.
Absolutely, there are.
But,
for 6 credits, you got to do it.
Yeah, for 6 credits. But I'm like, why do I need it? I'm already in my field. I'm doing, decent.
All right. All right.
Do I need it? I don't know, But I'm good. I don't have no student loans or anything like that.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, I got no student loans. That's another thing. We go to school, we get these student loans, then we work a job to pay back the student loans.
That's right.
It's tough, And with this trade school, people could go to trade school, learn a trade, and make a good living.
That's right.
Nobody really talks about that,
I did. I went to the phone company and I had to get trained. I did, months of training.
Yeah.
And learned a good skill and retired, with benefits and whatnot. So absolutely.
I feel like we're gonna have a problem in the future, and nobody's gonna know how to do anything. It's not gonna be any skilled workers.
Right. Well, they all think they're all gonna make money. They just fix this.
Yeah. Everybody can't make an app.
Right.
Everybody's not Elon Musk buying Twitter for $44 billion.
And everybody's not YouTube influencers.
Yeah. Everybody can't do YouTube.
Right.
Everybody can't do that. It's a lot to it. You gotta have the personality, the equipment. Some people need to be. They need to do what they're good at, Use your skills, use your hands.
Tell me the truth, and we'll whisper if we have to. So as the finance guy in the bank, you just kind of went into the system and wiped out your student loans, right?
Oh, no, I wish I could. Oh, I didn't have any student loans. I went to Farmingdale, Nassau.
You went to Farmingdale?
Yeah, I went to Farmingdale.
That's where I went.
I went to Nassau for a couple of years. It's a 2-year school. I was there for a little longer.
Yeah, that's all right.
Hey,
whatever works, man.
2 years, I could have do it in 2 years. Did it in like 3, but
that's because you disappeared a few times.
Yeah, no, I'm not disappearing anymore.
You're not disappearing anymore.
Nah, you guys are gonna see me here from now on. Yeah, I'm not disappearing no more. I'm in a good place. I miss comedy.
Yeah,
I came down Sunday, watched the shows. So a lot of people that I've done comedy with.
Nice.
So I already talked to them. I got a show coming in June.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah, so I booked that in the Giggle Room, the new Giggle Room. That's coming.
So you haven't even been in there yet, have you?
That was my first time seeing it. I had no idea it was expanded.
Oh, you didn't even know?
Yeah, I had no idea.
Wow.
I think somebody might have mentioned it to me, but seeing it is different. I'm like, I didn't know what they did with it. So it's so much. It's better now. So much.
It's a lot better now.
So it's going to be a better show.
Yes.
And I think a lot of comedians should, take advantage of it. This is a room that's there, and in the biggest club in Long Island. So why not?
The best club.
Yeah, definitely the best
in
club.
the state, at least, if not.
This is my home. You guys have always been good to me. I'm glad I could come in here and do this with you. I could do a show. So I'm just happy to be back.
Nice. Now, the first time you disappeared, didn't you move to Florida or something?
Nah, the first time I disappeared, I moved to Queens.
Oh, Queens.
Yeah, I moved to Queens.
I was close.
Yeah, it's not that far. I moved to Queens,
Well, you disappeared even though you just went to Queens?
So I went to Queens.
You disappeared because of a woman.
Yeah, life happened. I was in a long-term relationship. That ended. So I just took some time off. Yeah, I took some time off to get right. And so after that, I came back and things were going really well. I was doing the fundraisers.
Yeah, you were producing a lot of shows.
Yeah, producing a lot of shows. Yeah. And actually right before COVID happened, I got my first road gig, I want to say.
Oh.
So Carrie Carabas, she's had a show in Pennsylvania, and she's bringing me with her to perform. So that's the first time I ever had the opportunity.
Sweet.
So I got that March 2nd. Then March 13th, 16th, COVID happened, and everything got canceled.
That's right.
So then, and I actually did my birthday show in February. That's the last major show that I produced.
Right.
Was February 2020. Then COVID happened.
Yeah.
Then after then, it's just been a little weird, with the comedy, the plexiglass on the stage, the Zoom shows. I did a show on the patio. I came back, popped in, did a show on the patio. I popped in and out, a couple times, made some appearances. But
nice.
I want to just be focused on it. I want to dedicate my time to it. Got to put in that 10,000 hours.
Oh, that's
you
got
to get good at it. I still feel like I'm scratching the surface.
Me too.
I do a lot of things. Producing shows, but I could be a way better comedian. I have my personality, I have charisma, but I just have to write more and just really focus because I love this. I've been doing comedy for a short time, but comedy's been my life. Growing up watching Comic View on BET at night. Things like that. And, Def Comedy Jam, Kings of Comedy.
Oh, yeah.
Then, Kevin Hart blew up, and that's when I really believed him. Like, he's just talking about his life and family,
Right.
So if you could do that, that's what I want to do, too.
And that's what he did. He was just hitting clubs all over the place.
Oh, yeah. His work ethic is second to none.
Absolutely
second to none.
Yep.
And to be successful in this business, you need that work ethic,
Yes.
So especially, working a real job and doing this part-time, it's still hard to do it because do you really think you're going to be better than someone who dedicates their whole full time to it?
Right.
No, most likely not. But you could work hard enough to compete with them. If you wanted enough.
Right, and even Kevin Hart, he's great. One of the, but for me, at least me personally, I don't think he would make my top 10, maybe my top 20, but not my top 10. But like you said, that work ethic, if you've read up on it, that's how he got to where he is, because he worked. I mean, he hit any club that he could find all over the country, if I'm not mistaken.
All over the country.
And walked into any place looking to get spots, and and it's not always about being the better comedian.
No, it's not always about that. Everybody has their place in comedy. There's a place for everybody. We all do it for our own reason.
Right.
Somebody, you might not want to be the next Kevin Hart or Jerry Seinfeld. You might just really love it. You just want to do it, just for fun. That's fine. You might want to be a successful comedian. That's fine too. I just feel like if you're going to do it, you just got to respect the game,
So what's your plan then? Because that is your dream, not to be a finance guy, to be a comedian. So as you work this full-time job, how do you plan on balancing that?
Well, I'm kind of blessed in a way because, I work remotely. So so that means I'm home. I could work on a lot of comedy while I'm working. And since I do training, I'm doing training sessions, and not like I'm training all day. I might do a training session for an hour, have some downtime where I could,
or you give them a test that's going to take 45 minutes while you go write some jokes.
I could say, I got to prepare for the next session when I'm really writing some jokes. I could put the TV on, watch YouTube, get some inspiration. So it's a lot that I could do. Everybody doesn't have that privilege because, they work jobs where they have to be present, for a long time. They have to commute there. So I do have, that advantage.
And then try to get more road gigs and stuff, like Friday nights you would go off and travel for a weekend?
Yeah, I don't work weekends.
Well, that's
true.
You work remotely. You can do a training from anywhere.
Yeah, I can train from anywhere. Nice. I just need Wi-Fi.
Yeah,
so I could definitely make it work. I just have to put in the time,
Is that the plan? Are you going to start?
Oh, yeah, I'm going to start doing way more. I'm going to start being more active, writing more. Yeah. And the thing about comedy, you got to stay active. You got to stay on the stage. That's the only way you're going to get better.
Right.
Stay on the stage.
Oh, absolutely.
And when I felt like, at the time, when I couldn't stay on the stage, that's why I took a step back. Because, I want to respect, there's a lot of people working hard, in comedy that's, doing every night, multiple open mics a night. Right. And I respect all of them. I respect everybody who's out here grinding, trying to make, things happen.
Yep.
I just want to, earn my respect. I don't want anything given to me. And I want to be funny, I want to be funny. I want to make people laugh. I want to be known as, the funny comedian, I don't want to be known as, the guy who, produces. I mean, that's fine. I like producing shows as well,
sure.
Absolutely. I love producing shows because I get to give back to the comedians,
Right.
I get to put people on stages they might not have the opportunity to get on when I do a
absolutely.
show.
You got to work the whole gamut of things until something clicks, or and then you make a couple of bucks while you're producing too.
Yeah, of course.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Why not? Why not make some money while you do what you love? It's not about the money, because if you focus on the money, you're never gonna make it. If you're just focusing on the money.
I agree 100%.
But of course, this is a profession. People should get paid.
Right.
And
That's
I definitely want to start paying comics more, even if it's $10, $5.
Right.
But they are doing work, and they do deserve to get something.
It's hard.
It's hard. It's definitely hard. It's,
way harder than people think.
A lot of people think it's easy. Yeah. A lot of people think you do a show. And, you should be able to, you could pay. I would love to pay everybody $100, per show. But then, the shows don't produce that amount. You know?
Right.
So it's not. But I think comics should get something, So I'm trying to work on, finding a way to pay comics, whether it's $10, $20, whatever it is, for their work. But, more importantly, giving them the stage time. Because when you do, open mics are kind of hard because in open mic, you're telling jokes to mainly a room full of comics.
Who aren't even listening.
Yeah, who not listening. They're writing their own jokes. They're not going to give you a real reaction.
Right.
So if you get stuck just doing, open mics, and bar shows too. Bar shows definitely have their place in comedy. It's a good opportunity. But sometimes at bar show, there's TV playing, the playoffs is on. People are drunk and belligerent, so you don't get that quality stage time. If our producer showing here, this is a comedy club. Everything's dedicated to comedy. Mm-hmm. So giving a comedian the opportunity to do a set in here, could be life changing. Because sometimes you could get down. You do a bar show, nobody laughs. Yep. You do open mics, nobody laughs. You're like, what, I suck. And then you get really down on yourself because you're not getting anything positive from it. So I tell people, don't get too high, don't get too low, with the comedy, just try to tough it out and just find your niche, with anything. I'm learning more. Everything's about a niche, you got to find your niche.
Bar shows are tough. I recently did one. I did one back in October and I crushed, and I was like, I felt so good. I felt on top of the world, and it wasn't. It was a bar where it's called the Lark in Northport, and great crowd. They actually, the games are on, but the sound was down, and even the people at the bar spun around so they can watch the comedians, which, super. I wasn't competing with them.
Yeah.
And I crushed it, and I felt good. So just a few weeks ago, I went back. First time back there since. So I'm feeling like, I don't want to say cocky, but I walked in feeling confident. Like these people are gonna remember me. They're gonna, have a good time again. There were a handful of people that remembered me, and I did not crush. I didn't bomb. Mm-hmm. I did okay.
Yeah,
and that's probably and even that's doing okay is fine, but it just wasn't what I expected it to be.
Of course, yeah.
And I walked out and I'm like, man, bar gigs are freaking tough, man.
They're tough. They definitely are.
This life just sucks sometimes, And there were some other people that didn't do as well, and one guy even said to me, he goes, I'm going to go home and just write a whole new act. And I felt bad. And it really is a tough life, man.
It's tough, yeah, especially if you get stuck in that realm of just bar shows and open mics,
Right.
It could get, kind of depressing if you want to do more with it. And if you're not getting opportunities, it's very hard to get an opportunity at a comedy club. No matter what comedy club you're at, you got to earn your stripes.
But again, that's one of the benefits of producing.
Absolutely.
You get to know these people, and you get to know the clubs, and you make a name for yourself.
So that's, because I just started comedy not too long ago, and I was able to do shows in the city and stuff because I was producing my own shows. Now I have something to trade off. Hey, you come do my show, I could do your show.
That's right.
And then, people at that show said, oh, he does shows on Long Island. Now we could trade work.
Right.
So a lot of people, they don't really focus on like the business of comedy. They just focus on the craft. And to be successful, you need to navigate both.
Absolutely. I mean, how many? That's a big topic of discussion around here. Yeah. There's been so many comedians that they're great at what they do, the actual product.
Yeah.
But the business side of it,
they're terrible.
Terrible.
Yeah, they're terrible. and that's the honest fact of it. They don't know how to like I said, navigate the waters. They don't know how to. You have to know how to network.
Right.
How to get work. Work's not just going to be given to you. You could be the funniest person in the world, and people are not going to. They need to know who you are.
Right.
So networking is like the biggest thing in comedy. That comedians. Because I know a ton of killer comedians that I know should be doing way more.
Oh,
that, just needs a little help on the business side.
Right. That's the thing that you just said it. They want to be known, but there is a line because you want to be known, but you don't want to say on Long Island, for example, you don't want to do too many bar shows. You don't want to do too many restaurants because then you're oversaturating.
Yeah.
And then you do a show, say in the Giggle Room, where people won't even pay $20. They just saw you for $10 at a restaurant.
Absolutely, yeah.
Then they're not going to pay here, and then the club suffers too. So there's
you got to have that balance. You're right.
That's
that
the business part where these guys don't really seem to think about that. They just take every gig that comes to them, and it can be too much.
You got to really be smart about it. That's. I feel like that's how I've been successful. I just been, really smart in it. I'm business savvy.
So you do comedy just a few times every 2 years. That's what you're saying?
I know. That's my biggest mistake because I can't even claim I do comedy if I keep going in and out or I'm not doing it as often as other people, So definitely I gotta be more active. And I feel like I'm at a good place where, I'm definitely going to be active. Like I said, I got the show coming.
That's cool.
The open mic, the brokerage. I started at the brokerage open mic.
Right,
and,
yeah.
We're actually going to bring that back. So
okay.
I'm going to host one of those.
Nice.
And I think those are important. I think, I want to do a lot for Long Island comedy because we have so much talent on Long Island.
There really is a lot of talent here,
so
man.
much talent on Long Island and, not enough people know about it.
Yep.
And it's just because we don't branch out enough. We don't network enough. We don't use our resources. We have to, come together. So I really want to, with my shows, I want to be able to give back to the Long Island comedy.
And there's a new batch, like we had, when you came in and the people that were with you, and now there's, I don't know if you've seen these guys or know of them, but they've been in here a little bit. Dan LaRocco and Joe Cravella. Yeah. These young, early 20s-year-old. These guys are funny, man.
Yeah, I just saw them on Sunday. I came down.
Oh, they were here?
Yeah, they were here. They both performed in the Giggle Room.
Oh, really? Both of them, Joe and Dan?
Yeah, so I just met Joe, and I already knew Dan
you did?
from the patio.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I've been watching. Even though I haven't been active, I've been watching. I saw you did the show. I saw you did the talent showcase. You did the class. You came out the class. I'm like, oh, Tony, you're doing it. I'm like, I was happy to see that you took the step the leap of faith and actually hit the stage.
It's funny you mentioned the show with Carrie, because same thing, that our graduation class was the last night the brokerage was open when COVID hit, and I was the last one to go on. So I was I was so bad that I shut the club down for a year.
That wasn't your fault. You can't be that bad.
The COVID of comedy, that was me, man. I was
wow.
And then there was this little part of me that didn't want the club ever to open again, because I could say I was the last one to play at the brokerage.
So did you do good that night? Did you feel you did?
I actually, it's a weird thing, because I had a lot of people come for me I'll rephrase that. A lot of people come for me. Wait a minute. A lot of people showed up to see me.
Yeah.
Which I'm very appreciative, but it does kind of throw you off a little bit, because of course they're going to laugh.
Of course, yeah.
So, and granted, plenty of them said, "Oh no, it was great. We would have been laughing no matter who it was." But you still don't know if that's
it's hard to gauge it, you
right.
know.
And then so after COVID and the club opened back up, Truson was nice enough to have. He brought that class back because it's been a year.
Yeah.
And we had a few brush-up classes, and then he gave us some more shows. So I did 2 here, and they both went really great. But again, I'm like, these, because a lot of people showed up to see me. So then what happened was I went to James, and I said, I like to get on, a little bit. Can you throw me up once in a while? He said, yeah, no problem. Let me know. So I said, well, I can really see myself hosting. I have an energy. I said I can't do, 30 minutes, and I don't expect to.
Of course,
but he said, all right. Well, he goes, yeah, I can see you hosting. He goes, how much material do you have? And I said, I just have the 7 minutes that I just put together in the class. He's all right. Well, get a good 12 minutes. He goes, and I'll have you host a little bit. I go, oh, great. So what happened was, then a week later, he comes in here. Mm-hmm. Tells me I'm going to host this weekend on the patio.
Wow.
I'm like, holy shit, what? So I was freaking scared as shit. So I go on the patio. I never hosted before. I had less than a week to prepare, so I was nervous. The night of, he comes back, he goes, all right, you're all set, you ready to go? And I said, yeah. He goes, all right, good. Do it good 12, 15 minutes, and then, and in my head, I'm like, I don't have 12, 15 minutes.
Yeah.
Like, holy shit. Total panic. I go out there. And I'm trying to just get the crowd going. I do a little crowd work, and I stretched it enough. I did at least 10 minutes. So now I'm gonna go. I'm gonna get off. I'm gonna introduce the comedians. I'm like, oh, we got a great show. We got this one. We got that one. All right, let's put it together, everybody. Are you guys excited? And I mentioned the headliner again. I said, are you guys excited to see so and so?
Yeah.
And like one person just kind of did a quick
little clap.
So I panicked, and I go, come on, don't you guys know so and so? Nothing.
Wow.
And it didn't occur to me that these people were just coming to see a show. They weren't coming to see that particular person.
Yeah.
So I got no response when I said this person's name, and immediately I'm like, oh, I just fucked this up bad. I bring out the first comedian. I go back, and there's the headliner just looking at me. And I was like,
you feel like you got set up.
well, no, it was my mistake.
Yeah.
I shouldn't have said that. You guys know this person, right? I shouldn't have said that. I just should have said, this comedian's great. But you're going to love it.
It's a learning thing,
Well, but I felt bad because this person's sitting right there as he or she got no response.
Yeah, I mean, I done messed up names, credentials, credits. I done messed up a lot of things hosting. I done went up there and forgot who was next. So what happens? You just got to learn from it. At the end of the day, they come, they have a good show. Who remembers that? Nobody remembers that. Yeah. So except for the people who work at the club who won't book you again. But no, it happens. But I'm glad to see that you're doing it, man. I love to see people, take that leap of faith.
Yeah.
And that's what I did the night I went to the brokerage. And I'm just happy to be back.
Yeah.
And a major. So Johnny McDonald.
Yeah.
Johnny McDonald is one who keeps me focused. So he calls me all the time.
Oh yeah.
Every few weeks, every 2 months to find out what I'm doing, and to put the bug in my ear, like Sean, like you should be doing comedy. You definitely should come back. You should do comedy. You had something going. So I appreciate Johnny McDonald for being that person for me.
One of the nicest guys in the local scene.
The nicest guy.
Yep.
And when I was living in Queens, I didn't have a car, and he would pick me up and bring me here. So
wow.
So we did a lot of shows together. He's been on a lot of my shows. I've done his shows.
Yeah.
But he's really the person in comedy who really keeps me focused and encourages me and motivates me to keep going.
Nice.
So shout out to Johnny McDonald. I don't know if you watch him. I appreciate you, Johnny. Thank you for that.
He's awesome.
Yeah, then Nigel Fullerton is another one. You know, Nigel. He moved
another
to LA.
flat lever. That's right.
He moved to LA, but he's another one. Who
I miss Nigel, man. He's a funny guy.
Nigel's a funny guy, and when I started, he gave me like a lot of advice, a lot of good tips. You know, because he's been in movies and stuff. A lot of people don't know he's really done things outside of stand-up comedy. You know, he's actually been in a Netflix movie, Roxanne.
Right.
You know.
Anybody that needs, what was it, Biggie? He's always playing.
Yeah, he did Biz Marquee. You know, he
that's
Biggie.
it. Biz Marquee.
Yeah,
that's what I'm thinking
Biggie.
of. Yeah.
So Nigel, he knows. He's been around for a long time, and he knows he's been in the comedy clubs with people who's big now, like Michael Shea and stuff like that.
Right.
So he definitely would give me a lot of good advice. So I appreciate those two a lot. And I gotta give my last shout, John Ziegler. John Ziegler was the person who, when I did my first open mic at the Brokers Comedy Club, took me under his wing. He got my number. He called me the next day, gave me advice. Ever since that day, he's definitely been the reason why I feel like I could do a lot of things I do at Governor's Comedy Club. Because, he told James about me. He talked about me to, the other comedians. Yeah. So definitely John Ziegler.
And I've noticed that here. I've noticed that's when the other comedians go around telling James and the guys about other comedians, that's when they, all right, let me check this guy out.
Yeah, absolutely. You need that, alley-oop. You need that cosign.
Yep.
Because, there's a lot of comics coming through here. James can't see all of them, know all of them,
Right.
So he's going to listen to the people that he trusts,
That's
and
right.
John was one of those people who really, helped me get to this point. And, I appreciate all of them, So thank you. I shout out to those guys. I want to give people their flowers while they still can,
That's right.
A lot of people wait till they can't give it to them no more. So
John Ziegler, and shout out to him. He's appears to be on the mend after going through his health battles.
Yeah.
And I mean, such a great, funny guy. And I'm still amazed when he first got sick. He sat with me in the green room here. He sat with me. He started showing me some of his cancer jokes. And in my head, I'm thinking, he's going to actually do cancer jokes? That's suicide, I'm reading some, and he was, I read a few. He just actually told me a few. And I'm like, John, that's funny, man. That's funny. So then I actually saw him, maybe a few months later doing it on the stage. Yeah. I mean, and it was killing it. And it takes a special comedian to take jokes like that work. Anybody can go up there and talk about cancer, but you're going to bring the room down.
Yeah, you definitely.
Ziegler goes out there and kills it, man. It's what a talented man.
Yeah, that's a real pro to be able to take something like cancer and to make it funny.
Right.
And for it to be so real to you, and to actually make it funny, that's hard to do. And a lot of people can't do that. Like you said, people make cancer jokes and it kills the vibe in the room.
Of course,
because, if you're going to go that route, it got to be funny,
It
has to be funny. It can't be a question whether it's funny, and it has to be funny.
And that alone, the topic alone is hard to make funny.
It's hard to make funny, yeah. So to be going through something like that, to be able to write jokes that are actually funny about it, that's a real pro.
You can see John Ziegler, guys, at here at Governor's in Levittown on May 21st. Make your reservations now because it is, I have found out that it is close to selling out. So, and John will be taping that show for a comedy special. So that's May 21st. Go see John Ziegler. Also May 21st, I don't know if Johnny McDonald, but I bet he is because he's tight with these guys. Pontillo and Brian McGinnis. They're playing the Giggle Room May 21st. So make sure it's the same night. So lots of great shows that night. Make sure you check that out.
Got a lot of great comedy coming out of Governor's Comedy Club.
Yep, absolutely.
People got to come down, check it out. The pandemic, COVID happened. People wasn't coming, but I think it's safe now. They take care of the club. Everything's sanitized. We got to get comedy back on Long Island. We want to get this comedy thing going. People coming out to shows.
Absolutely, yeah. And they've been coming out this past Saturday. Eric Tartaglione sold out the Giggle Room, and they were just. We were in here. The laughs were, I think, the loudest I've ever heard it from back here. Coming in, I mean, just tremendous. And Eric is a fantastic guy.
Eric, he's another pro.
Yeah. All right, so I got some comments here. James Thompson says, what financial advice would you recommend for a 37-year-old fat, balding cigar shop owner who has ADHD and doesn't go anywhere without his emotional support goose, asking for a friend?
All right, so first, you got to get yourself a therapist. You got to take care. You got to take care of all that stuff first, because your money's gonna be messed up. If your mind not right. So I think you got some things to think about before we get into finance. But save as much money as you can, get some good insurance to seek some help.
So not financial advice, but still very sound advice there, James Thompson.
Yeah.
Johnny Lambros wants to know who's hanging out with me. This is Sean Brown. He is hanging out today. Sean Brown, been on the scene for a couple of years, but he's been in and out. But Now he's back again, so he says.
Back for good.
June what?
So my show is June 25th in the Giggle Room. Then we have the Brokerage Open Mic. That's coming back May 20th at 10 o'clock. So those are going to be my next 2 times that you guys see me here. And I'm going to pop in and out for some fundraisers. Hopefully I could get on to some of those, because those are always great shows too.
When's your open mic at the Brokerage?
Open mic at the Brokerage May 20th.
May 20th.
10 o'clock, showtime 10:30. Then we got my show doors open at 7:30, showtime at 8 May. I'm sorry, that's June 25th for my show.
Nice.
So a fly is coming soon for that, so look out for that.
And you will not be disappointed. Sean Brown is fantastic, and he always brings some great comedians on his shows as well.
Always a great time.
Absolutely.
Never disappointed at a Sean Brown production.
Well, good to see you back, pal.
Now, thanks for having me. This is great.
My pleasure.
This is the most I've talked in a long time.
It's weird. I'm still not used to talking so much.
Yeah.
Because we do the show 4 days a week, then on Saturday nights, and then doing comedy and doing other. I mean, I'm getting mad at myself. Like, shut the hell up, man. Like, I can't. I'm sick of myself half the time.
Nah.
All right. So it is time, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you again for sticking around with us today. And sorry about the delayed start, but it is time. It is time. Sean Brown, are you ready?
Let's do it.
Tuesday trivia, what we do every week here on the Knockem Dead Comedy Podcast. What we do here for Tuesday trivia, we ask random trivia questions. There's no theme. There's no nothing. Just random trivia questions. We're going to ask Sean. We're going to ask you guys. Please, in the comments below or next to us, wherever they are, put in your answers. We do not give the answers right away. We're going to ask all the questions, and then we go back. We ask them again. We go over Sean's answers. We go over your answers, and then we give you the correct answers and make fun of you for how stupid we all are.
Let's do it.
That's right. Let's see how.
Tuesday trivia.
I mean, we're talking about, a finance guy here.
The banker.
The banker. All right, so here we go. Tuesday trivia. Question number 1. What state has the highest divorce rate?
What state has the highest divorce rate? I'm going to say highest divorce rate. New York.
Sean says New York.
New York. I'm going to say New York. Playing numbers game. Well, it's a lot of people in New York. Yeah, it got to be New York. Got to be.
Got to be, he says. All right. All right. Question number 2. Standard condoms can keep up for how long if stored in a cool, dark place? Standard condoms. I don't know what that means, standard.
Yeah, what's a standard condom? Like, is that like a Trojan? Or is that like advanced? Like, what's standard?
How big? How little?
Yeah, is it Magnum? Like, maybe that should last a little longer. What kind of sheepskin? I don't know. Standard condom. I don't know. I got to look in my drawer. I have some in there that's been there for a little while. I don't know if they're still good.
I'm sorry to hear that.
I know things don't work out as planned.
God, no wonder you get back into comedy. Get some groupies. Oh, yeah. And what about Carrie Kravitz? Did she attack you on that road gig?
Oh, it never happened.
You never even made it there.
Yeah, the pandemic shut it down. So like a week before we were supposed to go, COVID happened. So
I thought you said you did.
No, I never made it. Yeah, we never made it. COVID shut that shit down. So we wasn't able to go. Hopefully that the opportunity will come again. Just keep working. It'll come again.
And you could have, so you could have gone on a trip with Carrie.
Yeah, that would have been. Yeah, that was my first road gig. It was in Pennsylvania.
Forget the comedy. I just want to go away with Carrie Kravitz.
Yeah, because Carrie, is she married? I don't know if she's married.
Yeah, she's married.
Oh, she's married. Yeah, Carrie's a wonderful woman.
All right, so how long are the condoms? Any idea?
I'm gonna say a year.
A year.
Yeah, they gotta last a year.
All right.
I mean, damn, if you have condoms for a year, you gotta work a little harder.
Literally a little harder. The world's busiest McDonald's is located in what city?
The world's busiest McDonald's is located in Seattle.
Seattle. Where do you get that from?
I don't know. I have no idea. Seattle.
That sounds good. Why not? Okay. A grabatologist collects what? A grabatologist. G-R-A-B, grab. G-R-A-B-A, tologist. A grabatologist collects what?
That's a thing?
It's a thing.
A grabatologist.
What do they collect?
Grabatologist collects. Damn, a grabatologist. I don't know. Damn, this is some nice trivia. I'm just gonna say a grabatologist grabs shit they shouldn't have. I don't know. A grabatologist.
It does sound like that, right? Like they grab asses.
Yeah. That's what I wanted to say. I didn't say that.
Said,
ass grabatologist.
Right.
It might.
But
be
that's why I say they collect something. So you
collect
can't
something.
You can't collect. Well, unless you're Jeffrey Dahmer or something, you can't collect asses.
Collect. I don't know. I gotta think about this when they grab. I'm gonna say they grab ass and collect the memory. I don't know. I don't know what a grabatologist would be.
Grab ass and collect the memory.
Yeah, I don't know.
That's a good answer.
Grabatologist. I learned something new today, even though I don't know the answer.
Well, you will. You'll know the answer before you leave here. All right. What natural, sticky, sweet substance was traditionally used as an antiseptic ointment for cuts and burns?
What?
Sweet,
sticky substance.
Traditionally used as an antiseptic or ointment for cuts and burns.
Sweet, sticky substance. For cuts and burns.
Yep.
What's sweet and sticky? Honey? Come on. I don't know.
You want to go with honey?
Yeah, let's go with honey.
Let's go with honey.
We're going to go with honey. Sweet, sticky substance. Honey. Why not?
Why not? What two letters are both symbols for 1,000?
What two letters? See, I told you I ain't good at math. This is an algebra question.
That's right.
Oh, shit. What symbol for 1,000? We're talking Roman numerals. What two letters? I'm going to say X and I.
X and I.
Yeah, those are the only two Roman numerals I know. So,
I
don't know.
I bet you know all 26 letters there, Sean Brown.
26 letters?
In the alphabet.
Of course.
Yeah.
The letters. I can't do it backwards, though. Would they really back in the day, make you do the alphabet backwards? When you got pulled over, drunk? Allegedly
You're
drunk?
asking me? What you just assuming I have a bunch of DWIs?
I know you're a little older than me, and you might have had a situation.
I have never been pulled over for DWI.
Okay. I mean, that's a good thing. That's definitely a good thing. I just want to know, are they really have people doing the alphabet backwards? Because I would go to jail
right now.
I can't.
Yes, you can.
Z.
Right.
I don't know. I can't. My mind doesn't work like that. Z. I know W's around there. X, Y. I gotta say it forward to even have a chance to get it backwards. So I'm not even gonna attempt that.
Wow.
I don't want a headline. Comedian can't say alphabet backwards. Well, who could?
Lots of people. So
I still count on my hands.
do you?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, Sallie does that too.
You gotta count on your hands.
That's all
Why
right.
not?
Well, yeah, whatever works, man.
I do it under the table. Nobody ever know. right when I'm at work, banking, counting under the table, try to get the math right.
Sitting there thinking you're doing something else down there. What Disney movies features two umbrella carrying characters? So Disney has two characters that carry umbrellas.
101 Dalmatians, Cruella de Vil. Umbrella, I'm gonna say Cinderella. She had to have she was poor, right? I don't even remember the story. But I think she had to have an umbrella because she's a white woman with good hair, and no white woman with good hair would leave outside with the chance of raining without an umbrella.
A white woman? You call that good hair?
Well, I don't want to say good hair. A white woman with straight hair, European hair. So all the white women I know, they don't like to get their hair wet. So I think all the white women that I know has an umbrella. So I think she won't mess up her straight hair. No, yeah, not good hair. Because I think my hair is beautiful. Straight hair. We're gonna go straight hair. Yeah,
right.
Cinderella. Protect that straight hair.
Cruella de Vil, Glenn Close played her. There is something about Glenn Close. I've always she does it for me.
I don't know who that is. I'll be honest.
You don't know who Glenn Close is? You're what, 28?
I'm not good with actors. I just know that.
All right, so you can't do fractions. You don't know
definitely
actors.
Can't do fraction. I don't know.
What do you know?
I mean,
I know sports.
Yeah, I know.
Oh,
I
you
love
know
sports.
sports.
Yeah, I'm big
okay.
on sports. Big sports guy.
Oh, okay.
Basketball, football. I'm not gonna say I'm a hockey fan. We all know I'm not a hockey fan. Yeah,
What do you mean?
There's not no surprise.
But you left out baseball.
Is anybody surprised? Baseball? I mean, I love the sport. I like to, back in the day I would play it, but I don't follow baseball too closely. I'm really a big basketball guy. Basketball, boxing.
Boxing?
Yeah, big boxing fan.
You see these guys in England? I don't know their names.
Tyson Fury and Dylan White. Yeah.
The two guys have been kind of arguing with each other.
That's the fight that just happened. It was a big heavyweight fight.
Oh, did they fought already?
They fought already.
Who won?
Tyson Fury won.
Which one? Is that the older guy or the young guy?
I think he's a little older.
Well, no. Maybe we're talking about two different things.
Different fight?
There's a guy like 50 years old that was going to fight like a 20-year-old.
Oh, no, I didn't see that.
Oh, and they've been like, having press conferences and stuff, and they've been like
really?
Fighting with each other at the press conferences. Yeah.
I got to find
it. Might be MMA actually over there.
I don't know. I know a 50-year-old about to get his ass whipped. He ain't going to beat the 20-year-old.
That would be my guess, but
unless
I'm
hoping
Floyd
Mayweather. I think Floyd Mayweather would beat, anybody, but 50-year-old regular dude or
did you see Tyson on the airplane?
Tyson, yeah.
That guy deserved it.
Oh, man. Absolutely. That guy deserved it 100%. Yep. I don't care who you are. You're going to be behind me on the plane like that?
Yep.
You got to pay for the price. You got to pay the price. Especially it's Mike Tyson. You don't think he's going to turn around?
And I don't give a shit how old Tyson is, man. Oh, no, Tyson, I am not messing with him.
What? I would not fight Tyson with a gun.
No. From another state.
No, I would never fight Tyson. 50, 60, 70, he got it.
Yep.
But yeah, that guy deserved it on the plane. I don't have no sympathy for that guy.
Me neither.
Just being
and Tyson didn't get arrested, nothing.
Yeah, that's a good thing.
They were like, screw it.
Yeah, he shouldn't have got arrested, man. We got to protect Mike Tyson, man.
That's right.
He's a good dude. Good dude, Absolutely. I love Mike Tyson.
Hello, Brendan Burt. Hello, Jules. Let's see. All right, everybody's giving answers. All right, cool. Where are we? 3 more questions.
Let's do it.
Long playing records used to go around at what speed? So if you're my age, you guys will...
Long playing records at what speed?
Yep. What was the speed that you had to play the records at?
Like, what are we doing? Is it like miles per hour? Like, what's the what's the baseline?
Wow. So
rotations per minute? I don't know. I'm gonna say
you've never played a record.
I've never played a record. My dad had a record player though. He did have one, and he had a few records, and so I played it.
Right, but they had to play at a certain speed for it to play right.
I didn't know that. I would play it and it wouldn't make the right sound. So I would just play around with it, let it spin. But I never music never came from it because I don't know what I was doing. He probably, my dad's a cheap guy, probably the worst record in the world. But
well, now it is since you ruined it playing it.
So I'm gonna say 20 rotations per minute. I don't know. I don't know how we're judging that.
All right. Wow, you're what, like 28 years old?
No, older than that.
You're older?
Yeah.
Are you 30?
31.
31, and you don't know...
31 in February.
Wow,
31. I look young. I get that all the time. Nobody believes that I'm 31.
Yeah, I don't believe that either.
Nobody
the only reason I thought upper 20s is because you've been around here for a few years.
Yeah, so I started when I was like, like 28. Then,
you started at 28?
Yeah, like 28, yeah.
Shit, yeah, you looked like you were 14
when I started, I looked like I was like 21, 22, yeah. So, I'm an old, young looking dude.
That's right. All right. Well, how about history? Do you know history?
History? Yeah, that's one of my favorite subjects.
Oh, all right. Well, we're about to find out.
Let's see.
Who tried to assassinate President Reagan in 1981?
Who tried to assassinate President Reagan? I know his security guard took a bullet for him.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. And then the other guy took that bullet to the forehead.
Yeah. Who tried to assassinate? I don't remember who it was. I know he was walking outside into his limo, got ambushed.
That's right.
So I know a little something,
Yep, you got that part.
I don't know who it was though. I'm gonna say it was an angry Democrat.
Maybe he was.
I don't know.
Okay. That sounds like
like people know this guy's name.
Well, if they know their history.
Oh yeah.
I mean, yeah.
John Wilkes Booth. That's the only name I remember.
All right. Good guess. Angry Democrat almost sounds like a bad rap name, like a rapper's name.
Angry Democrat? He wouldn't get any plays.
No, not at all.
Nah.
All right. Last question. Here we go. Last question. What percentage of men from Brazil have had sex with an animal?
What percent of men have had sex with an animal?
Men from Brazil.
Men from Brazil. I don't know what's going on down in Brazil, but I want to keep it. Hopefully it's 10%.
All right. Well, it's multiple choice.
Multiple. I definitely would get this right.
5%, 35%, or 75%.
If it ain't 5%, they got something going on in Brazil. I'm gonna say 5%.
Exactly why I asked this question, because I was shocked that it's even a thing.
Wow.
So, all right. Nice job, everybody. Let's see. Let's go back. All right. Here we go. So the first question was, what state has the highest divorce rate? Sean said New York. Kirsten said New York. Johnny Lambros said Pennsylvania. Andy Plajanos said North Dakota. You're all wrong.
Wow.
It is Arkansas.
Arkansas. There ain't shit to do in Arkansas. That's why they spend too much time with their spouse. That's why they getting divorced like that.
That's right.
Wow. Arkansas.
James Thompson was close. He said West Virginia. Relatives marrying each other is generally frowned upon. So, yeah, same idea, just wrong state. But.
Yeah. A little off there, but.
All right, next question. Standard condoms can keep for up to how long if stored in a cool, dark place? Sean said a year. Lambros said a week.
A week?
Kirsten said 2 years.
2.
Andy Placino said 150 uses.
150 uses? Wow. Double dipping there, Andy.
Do you know Andy?
What's his last name?
Plajanos?
He's a Facebook friend.
Okay.
I haven't met him in person, but
great guy, funny comedian. Yeah, so highly recommended.
Definitely meet him sometime soon.
Absolutely. Although I do have Andy, I do have to talk to you. We did the Saturday night we were in here, and Steve Rocco Perillo came walking in, who was not doing anything that night here. So he walks in, he sits down next to me, and I go, Steve, I said, didn't you have a show somewhere tonight? What are you doing here? He goes, yeah, I did have a show tonight, but nobody showed up. I was like, what? He said nobody showed up. Not a single person showed up for this thing. And Andy was one of the comedians on the bill here. So, Andy, I need to know what happened here. Is it Butera's fault? It was a Butera show.
Oh, Butera, so nobody showed up?
Butera busts his ass,
Was it
man.
here?
No, it was out east somewhere. One of those Long Island breweries or whatever they're called. One of those. So, Andy, I need to hear the details. So, so the answer is, so you're technically, your answer is wrong, but it's kind of right.
Okay.
The answer is 4 years.
4 years?
That's what
on a standard condom?
That's what I have here, yeah. 4 years.
4 years?
But a year is within 4 years, so I'll give you credit for that.
But 4 years for, like,
hopefully you're not holding on to one for 4 years.
Who's buying condoms in bulk that they might have to pull a 4-year-old condom out?
Yeah.
Wow.
Imagine, you're just buying like the box of 3, and then 4 years later you still have it.
I found a lot of old condoms, but it wasn't 4 years, and they ain't look too good when I pulled them out.
Right.
So 4 years, God bless.
Oh, that's one thing.
Pregnancy,
if you lost it.
Oh no, I had a condom in my wallet for like 2 years.
You had it on?
No, in my wallet.
Oh, in your wallet.
Like 2 years.
2 years?
Yeah.
What the hell was going on during that time?
Reckless.
No, but you weren't using it. That's what I'm saying. You had it in your wallet for 2 years.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, you were
reckless.
Oh, got it.
Pull and pray.
Oh, my goodness.
Don't bad advice, do not do that.
Yeah, no little browns walking around?
No little browns.
That you know of?
Nope.
Well, guess what?
That prayer's been working. Pull and pray.
Oh, my goodness.
Young life, pull and pray. Listen, condoms last 4 years. Get those condoms. If you don't use them, keep them somewhere. You got 4 years.
Use them.
Magnums, probably longer. I need to get sponsored by Trojan, by Magnum. Shout out to Standard Condoms. 4 years.
Use them, though, man. Can you imagine if that pull and pray didn't work?
Yeah, pull and pray
You
didn't
ain't
work.
going to no comedy club tonight?
Yeah.
Motherfucker, you stay home with the children.
18 years of, bad choice led to 18 years of financial support. Nah, but, I'm sorry.
It doesn't stop at 18 years, though, let me tell you.
Of course not. It doesn't stop.
No way.
It's a lifetime thing.
Little bastards kick my ass, man. The world's busiest McDonald's is located in what city? Sean said Seattle. Andy said you have to look at the expiration date. You have to roll the whole thing down. All right, Kirsten said Tokyo. James Thompson, if you use a condom correctly, you should be able to get at least 30 to 40 uses out of one.
Reckless.
Johnny Lambros says Mastic has the busiest McDonald's, and then DJ D Love agreed with him. Then Lambros said gloves. What does that mean?
Gloves.
Instead of a condom? Is that
right? Probably.
Oh, goodness. James Thompson, busiest McDonald's next door to Rosie O'Donnell's house. Oh, my goodness. Wow.
Busiest McDonald's. Let's see. Where is it at?
You're all wrong.
Really?
Moscow.
Moscow, Russia.
Moscow? What? Moscow.
The busiest
In
McDonald's
Russia.
in Moscow, Russia. Well, I won't be seeing it.
Yeah, true. Me neither. Never would have thought that either.
Yep. Won't find me in Moscow.
Especially now.
No, definitely now.
You hear that they're saying he might be sick, Putin?
I mean, karma.
Yeah, absolutely right.
Yeah.
Deserves whatever he's got coming.
Yeah.
A grabatologist collects what?
I'm interested for this one.
Sean, whether this is the correct answer or not, it's the best answer ever. Grabs ass and collects the memory.
That's all I can think of.
I like it. Kirsten said dung.
Dung.
Dung. Collects dung.
Animal dung.
Yeah.
Okay.
James Thompson, grabologist. That's the name I give to my urologist.
Okay.
And nobody else bothered to answer that one. They were all scared.
That's a tough one.
That
That's a tough one.
The answer is they collect ties.
Ties?
Ties.
Neckties?
It just says ties. I'm assuming it's neckties.
A grabologist collect ties.
All you perverts came up and weirdos came up
Who
with.
the hell? Grabologist. I actually have a tie collection. I do have a
So
vast
you're a
tie
grabologist.
collection. So I am a grabologist.
Do you? Yeah, you when you're doing your Zoom, you put on your remote training. You put
Nah,
on
not anymore. But when I was working in banking, like in the banks, actual banks, I had a bunch of ties. I just went tie crazy. I like ties. I like a good tie. So I'm a grabologist. I didn't even know it.
See that? Yeah.
I have a bunch of ties that I still had the tag on it.
Really? Oh yeah. So you are a grabologist.
Yeah, I got a lot of ties.
Nice.
Over 100 ties, I want to say.
Wow.
Yeah.
Holy moly. That's a lot of ties.
Yeah, tie guy. The tie makes the suit to me. I wear the same shirt 5 days a week. Nobody knows.
Just like your underwear.
I got a new tie though.
Yeah, you're right though. That is the first thing they look at.
Yeah, the tie. A tie starts a conversation.
You're smooth. Look at you.
That's all shit I heard before.
What natural, sticky, sweet substance was traditionally used as an antiseptic ointment for cuts and burns? Sean was kind of going round and round, and I convinced him to stick with honey.
Yeah. Honey.
Everybody else is saying honey, because that is the correct answer.
Woo! We got one right.
That's
Let's
right.
get it.
Oh,
Honey.
James Thompson said phlegm.
Phlegm.
My goodness.
Well, it was honey. Woo! See, I know a little something.
I had faith in you.
I had to know a little something.
I think it's the only one you got right.
That's
all right.
Clearly the only one I got right.
What two letters are both symbols for 1,000?
Oh, which one is this?
Sean said X and I. Let's see. Johnny Lambros says K and G.
K and G?
Kirsten says K.
Oh.
Plagano says
Talking about
K
a metric?
and M. Yes.
Oh, I thought we were talking Roman numerals. 1,000. You're right. Damn.
Time to change your answer.
I still don't know.
Oh, okay.
Still math question.
Andy Plagano's nailed it. K and M.
That one sounded correct though. K.
Kirsten, you just said K. I asked for 2 letters, Kirsten. So you got half credit, Kirsten.
K and M. All right.
Yep. Just check and see if anybody else said that one. Okay. So, K and M. The next question.
So far off.
Yeah, you weren't even close.
Yeah,
enough. What Disney movies has featured what 2 umbrella-carrying characters?
Had to get at least one.
You said Cinderella and Cruella de Vil.
Had to be at least one.
Let's see. So, Johnny Lambros says 101 Dalmatians and Mary Poppins.
Mary Poppins.
Andy Plajanos, Jiminy Cricket and Mary Poppins.
Mary Poppins. God damn
it. Kirsten says Mary Poppins and Cruella de Vil. Now, all right. So a lot of people are saying Cruella de Vil. I have what Andy Plagano said: Mary Poppins and Jiminy Cricket.
Jiminy Cricket.
But the Cruella,
Damn.
did she carry an umbrella, Cruella de Vil?
I think so. I definitely think she had an umbrella in 101 Dalmatians. Did she carry it all the time? Probably not. Was that the question? Did they have it all the time?
Yeah, the question didn't specify.
It's probably part of their character, right?
I think Jiminy and
they always had it.
I think Mary Poppins.
Yeah,
Mary Poppins definitely always had it.
Yeah.
Unless, well, even that, no, maybe not, because when she was indoors, I don't think she had it around.
I don't know. I gotta watch more Disney movies. I watched The Lion King 1,000,000 times.
Yeah.
So that's about it. Aladdin.
Yeah. Oh, that was a good one. All right, so I'll give all you guys credit. I'm not giving you credit for Cinderella.
No, Cinderella. Yeah, that was far.
Yeah, not even close. and plus I want to give Kirsten the credit because she's always really sexual with me, so I want her to come in here and get her clothes off. So, all right. So, next question is long playing records, something Johnny isn't very familiar with. Used to go around at what speed? I thought this was a gimme. I thought everybody was going to get it, but apparently not. Andy says 33 and a third RPM. Jules says 120. 120? Brendan Burt says 45. Kirsten says what Andy said. Johnny Lambros, long planes go at the record speed of Mike Tyson attacking that asshole for annoying him. Yeah, Andy's right again. 33 and a third. But Brendan Burt gets credit too, because then you had the little ones.
You just knew that? How did he just know that?
Because he's old like me.
33 and a third?
33 and a third. But it always said it on the record player. Because there were two speeds.
Okay.
You had the album. Those were 33 and a third. And then you bought the singles, also known as 45s, because they played at 45 speed.
That's what that means.
And you had to switch the knob, whether you're going to play something at 33 or 45.
Yeah, news to me. Wow. They just put the thing on and hit play and it just plays.
Nope, not that simple, pal. You had to think a little bit. Wow. See, that's why we're smarter than you.
Thank God I was born in the era I'm born in. Apple Music and Spotify.
That's right. I'm still a CD guy. I still...
Really? Yeah, I don't own a CD player.
No, yeah, I know. Most people don't
You're
anymore.
a CD guy? Really?
Yeah, still.
Damn.
I yeah.
Do they even make
Yeah, they still
CDs?
make them. Yep.
New albums will come out on a CD?
Yeah.
Wow.
I'm one of those geeks. I like to read the liner notes, and I like pictures and drawings and album art and all that.
To each his own. I will never buy another CD unless I have to. I don't have a CD player. I don't have a DVD player. I don't have a CD player. Wow. That's a thing of the past. We don't need none of that.
It is slowly working its way out, and it makes me sad.
It makes you sad? Man, less shit to have.
Well, true. Yeah, you're right about that. I do. Yeah, I have a lot of that stuff. Like
I still have a lot of it too. You know, CDs were like a thing in the early 2000s. I'm in high school, middle school. I'm like, oh, we had all these CDs.
I was all proud of myself. About 20 years ago, I converted all my home movies to disc.
Oh yeah,
I was all proud of myself. Look what I have them all on disc now. Yeah. I'm current, and now I'm just like, oh, they take up so much space.
Yeah, you gotta convert those to digital.
Right.
You know.
But it takes a lot of time, and I'm not as versed on digital as I was on, the VCRs and DVD players. Like I knew how to mess with them and stuff. But
see, I'm not. I'm old enough to know what a VCR is. A lot of people don't know what a VCR is.
Right? Yeah, it's true.
Like 20s now, they don't know what a VCR is.
Well, they shouldn't.
No, they have no idea. So I had a bunch of VCRs. I had Men in Black, both Men in Blacks. I had what else did I have? I had a lot of movies. The Power Ranger movie. I love my VCR. I would get a VCR. That I would get back just to say I got a VCR.
I recently picked up. Actually, it was a gift. Back in my day, Sean Brown, we had the Atari 2600s with the cartridges you had to put in the games.
Okay.
And I got as a gift a few years ago. It looks like an Atari 2600, but it's pre-programmed. It has like 100 different old Atari games.
In it. Yeah.
So when I showed my kids how to play these games, they couldn't believe how bad the graphics were. And we had the old joystick.
I'm from that. The back end of that time.
It's fun. You have a good laugh playing those games now compared to
the games
what they have now.
Yeah,
which is
it's
incredible.
Like you're in VR. You're really in the shit.
Yeah. And again, because I'm old. Sally's youngest gave me the VR headphones.
Yeah.
Not headphones.
The headpiece thing.
Whatever they're called. But I'm used to it seems so real. I couldn't stand in one place. I was actually like running like around that around the area. I ended up tripping over an end table, and then
in real life.
Yeah. Because you're supposed to stay in place and just move your arms. But I'm an idiot. This isn't my era. So I wasn't used to it. So I'm actually moving around the room, and I trip over an end table, fell face first into another head table. If the VR goggles weren't there, like I hit the corner of an end table, and it punctured the VR headset.
You almost took yourself out for real. What game were you playing?
I don't even remember. I don't even know if I knew the name. I'll have to ask.
Damn.
But I take them off, I wasn't even sure what happened. I had to take them off to realize that I fell, and the headset. It was right here.
That's crazy.
Yeah, and so I take them off. I look at them. I'm like, oh my god. Sally's kid says, "You broke my headset."
You had to buy a new one.
I did.
So
he didn't ask if I was okay.
My question is, what happened in the VR world when all this shit's going on?
I know, some blow them up, shoot them up, shit. I have no idea what it was.
Damn, you almost took your life out in the real life. Put that VR down, Tony. Don't take it up again.
I take it real. That's how dedicated I was to my team. All right. Who tried to assassinate Ronald Reagan in 1981?
Who was it? I don't know. I don't know the name of the person.
Yep. Everybody's got it.
Everybody's got it?
Well, close. Brendan Burt named him Hinckley.
Hinckley.
His name was, but Andy Plajanos got it. It's John Hinckley.
John Hinckley.
So Brendan Burt, you get partial credit.
Okay.
Hinckley is a different thing.
John Hinckley.
The Carvel owner tried to assassinate Reagan. What? They were sick of seeing him in their shop touching himself to Fudgy the Whale.
What?
What the hell? Do you know Johnny Lambros?
I do
He's
not.
another local comedian guy, and he's also a wrestler. And apparently with answers like that, he's also a weirdo.
Yeah, I don't know where you're going there, Johnny.
Yeah, I don't know
but
what
you know
that's
what?
about. Yeah.
Listen, man, we all have different minds. Use yours wisely.
All right, last question, ladies and gentlemen. What percentage of men from Brazil have had sex with an animal? Is it 5%? Is it 35%? Is it 75%?
Please say 5%, please.
Sean said 5. Andy Plagano said 35. Johnny Lambros said 100%. Lambros again. Fudgy the Whale was also my ex-girlfriend's nickname. What in the world is going on here? Andy Plagano's Bellport Brewery. It just happened. There was a lot of different contributing factors to nobody showing up. Oh, all right.
Okay.
Brendan Burt saw Tracy Morgan at the Paramount on Saturday. Was like laughing through a master class. Yeah, I bet.
Tracy Morgan's a beast. He's been doing it for so long.
Yeah.
Def Comedy.
Yeah. Oh, I'm sorry. Brendan Burt said that. Did I say Johnny Ambrose? I may have. Well, Brendan Burt said that. Kirsten says, Brendan, that's awesome. Yeah, he was just here a few months ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's fantastic. All right. So the answer is 35%.
35%?
35%
of men in Brazil?
Men in Brazil have had sex with an animal. That's according to a study that I read about on a website.
What animal?
It didn't say. Actually,
wow.
Did it say mostly sheep? It may have said mostly sheep. It may have said
men
that.
Men in
I'm
Brazil
not
is having sex with sheep?
That's what it said.
Damn.
35% of men.
Are we missing something?
I like to think we're not.
35% is a high percent.
I know, yeah. I was floored when I...
Don't knock it till you try it, I guess. 35% of men, and you know Brazil has the most beautiful women in the world, and they choosing sheep?
That's why I went with this question.
That might say a lot about the sheep. That's why I'm going to
Beautiful women, maybe the sheep are even more beautiful.
I know, that might say a lot about that sheep.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, I didn't think about it that way.
Oh.
All right, so you're not going to go to Russia, but will you go to Brazil?
Will I go to Brazil to find out about these sheep? No, I don't want to come back as a statistic. I don't want to be have enough women down there where if I walk past a beautiful woman and I walk past a sheep, I really wonder what the guy next to me will take.
That'll be the next time you disappear from comedy. I moved to Brazil. I married a sheep.
Nah. I'm good where I'm at. No sheep. I don't want those. I will not fuck a sheep. I'm sorry. Can I curse on that?
Yes, you can.
Oh, okay.
Yes,
I didn't
you
even
can.
know if I could curse on that.
Yeah, that's well. I'm relieved to know that. I'm happy to know. In case anybody's wondering out there, Sean Brown will not have sex with sheep.
But if you do see me with a sheep farm one day, maybe I lied.
For all you sheep out there watching, make sure you save that area nicely. You gotta, really, and put on a nice tie for Sean.
Sheep, 35% of men in Brazil, they're dead wrong. Brazil, you guys in Brazil are dead wrong. Don't come to America with that sheep nonsense.
Andy Plagano's Brazilian sheep know how to work it, he says.
And
all right, with that, we are out of here. Ladies and gentlemen, Sean Brown, nice to have him back.
Thank you.
Go see him. Where is it? Go see him at the Brokerage Open Mic, May 20th.
Yes,
and then again, right here in the Giggle Room, June 25th. I'll be pushing those dates for you, pal.
I appreciate it. Come down. Thank you so much, everybody. Thanks for having me.
Good to see you, man. Good to see
brother.
You. All right, we are out of here. It is Tuesday, so tonight we have Joey Petroni with Good Times, Bad Times tonight at, I forget, it's either 7 to 7:30, but I'll post it in a little while. He's got a musical act joining him tonight, an acoustic duo. And then at 9 o'clock, the return of Hershey and the Keegs, Mark David Hirschman and Mike Keegan, two great comedians. But guess what? They have two more great comedians with them. Peter Bales and Jackie the Joke Man will be here with them tonight. So that'll be a fun show. Sallie will be sitting there with them as well. Kirsten says, bye, guys. Good show, Sean and Tony. Thank you, Kirsten. Thank you all. Again, thanks for your patience as we fixed the technical issues. So enjoy the shows tonight. And so Sallie and I are not here tomorrow. It is Wednesday. We're not here on Wednesdays. We'll be back on Thursday. Sallie will be here with me. And Aaron Foss, he was going to come in today. We changed it. He's coming in on Thursday with us, and it'll be a good time. We'll see you then. Everybody enjoy the rest of your Tuesday and your Wednesday. Don't forget tomorrow night, Donversations with Don Sill. That's tomorrow night at 7:30. And we'll see you Thursday at 11. Have a great day, everybody. We'll see you later.